Hello everyone, this is LLTF and I'm here with another coming up the Horde live replay cast. Well, I guess in a replay, but anyways, we're about loading in here and the lobby did look really good this time with 12 regular players, so hopefully we'll have a good game. I'm playing a Stormwind, so we'll be picking some sort of memer hero, probably Mara. Depends a little bit on what Horde heroes I see, but that's generally the plan. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Many of you are probably aware, I've been having some audio issues recently and I've been spending a lot of time trying to get them to be at least tolerably good, so hopefully this video will be better than the previous one in terms of the audio at least, and otherwise as well I suppose, but yeah, so here we go. We'll try to make some ambient sounds or ratings, I get the sort of baseline to calibrate the sound on later, but yeah, game should be starting soon. We did just have a game that was sort of instantly remade, so hopefully things work out better this time. Yeah. I did also talk to a lot of regular viewers about which videos they prefer, but it didn't seem like anyone had any particular preference towards live casting compared to replay cast. So I will be continuing to put out a mixture of the two at a roughly sort of 1-to-1 ratio. So yeah. Definitely need to consider something for these openers, as they always get these sort of awkward last moments from sort of sitting around waiting for the game to start. Oh yeah, here we go. I will of course start by trying to evacuate Northshire as fast as possible, and since the Horde is fairly solid, I'm not gonna risk running to blue the normal way, but rather go up and try and use my transport here to ship them over. And we'll try and fortify the sort of defenses as well. Usually when you play like this, outer defense, Teal will be defending the lower entrance, so I think that will be happening here as well. I will send my Hawk actually, because I'm probably going to play Mara, but if I do see Askelar, I'm actually going to play Khadgar, so that's my plan so far. I'll also pull these back and make sure the bottom gate is sort of properly defended so the Horde doesn't rush it before Teal can get his units here. This does happen sometimes and can be extremely bad. Not sure what's going on here. It does look like someone was AFK, but it does look like it's bad. It does look like we're actually doing some sort of memory path defense here, so we'll see what happens, rather. I would like to get a glimpse of yellow's hero, but no luck so far. He used a Doomhammer there, but no yellow hero. So, and that's Arcanon, so that definitely means I'm going to be picking Mara here. Which might be a bit of a suboptimal hero, but I don't know. I'm actually really tempted to switch to Khadgar here because he's a really good hero as well in this situation, but I guess we'll be sort of committing to the memory here. I will be opening with a Pendant of Mana as well as Boots of Speed, but after a Helmet of Energy I will go for an extremely sort of tank-heavy build. So we'll see how things end up here rather. And unfortunately I did kind of slack off on building my mages, so I don't have 6 mages ready for the attack, which could be pretty bad. So that was definitely a sort of poor play by me, but it doesn't look like the Horde is rushing here, so probably we'll have a chance to make it work anyways. And I will try to get all my stuff in order. And we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm guessing he's complaining that I would be sort of siphoning his feed here. Which is definitely something you can do. And it does look like everyone is sharing, so I'll be sharing people I trust as well. Let's see what's happening here. I'm not sure if I should green now. Try and get our stuff in order. My Hawk did die there, so I'll definitely see. I'm not sure what's going on here. I only see dark green, so maybe they're doing some sort of 3 north, 1 blue attack. Which, not a strategy I'm usually very fond of, but it can work out, especially if they have a really good sort of AoE harasser down here like Shogal or Ner'zhul maybe. I'm not sure what heroes they had. I saw Orgrim and Shogal and an Archimon, but I'm not sure who the fourth hero is. Or maybe I did see him, but I don't remember it at the moment anyways. I'm actually really tempted to sort of suicide some units so I can get my casters up, but the Dark Green player is doing a good job here, sort of catapult harassing, which can be a bit annoying here. So I have to be on point and sort of counter harass like this. Oh yeah, man. Okay, so it does look like they're only having a single player attack here, which is pretty annoying. So definitely should have picked Khadgar here, as I have no really good sort of counter harass at this stage. Which will be a bit annoying, but at the same time this will take a Horde a long time to sort of breach, I suppose. I do think I will try and put Mara in the back here and then teleport her somewhere, because I'm definitely missing out on the experience here. So yeah, we'll see what's going on. And since I have a lot of gold and the Horde is not really rushing me, I will actually get all my upgrades, which is not a normal strategy. But I do believe it will be worth it in this case. And as I previously mentioned, he will slowly kill my lever here, and there's not really much I can do about it. There really should be another player here harassing with me, I feel, but it's no big deal. And with only one player at blue, it's kind of what you would expect, so I'll just close the gate there and go north right away. And I will actually team kill a few clerics here, because this is really starting to bother me, not having all my mages ready. It's a bit unfortunate, I definitely should have trained those earlier instead of getting the armor upgrade. Yeah, it does look like we're going for the sort of bridge memer here, and the Horde is actually responding well by putting 3 players north, which, well, I shouldn't say well, but it is a tolerable sort of counter strategy, I guess. So we'll see what's happening here. And yeah, I'm definitely starting to miss having, what's his name, Khadgar around, so I can sort of AoE all these catapults, but it's no big deal. You know, it's gonna take a long time for the Horde to sort of wear me down this way. So yeah, not too much going on at the moment. This is actually a really nice strategy to use here, but, you know, I guess if you're doing nothing else, it's definitely worth it, but I usually don't bother. So we'll see what's going on here. I'll get my mages in order. It does look like the Russian orange here, so I was definitely not paying attention there, and that's really bad from us. It does look like others were in sort of the same position. Maybe they're actually sort of griefing him and leaving him alone because he didn't sign up for their pause strategy early, so we'll see what's happening here. But yeah. So I'll try and sort of rotate these units here to avoid feeding at all if possible, but I'm actually going to get aimed by these dragons there, which is a bit nasty. But they're actually pulling back, so maybe I can hide in the corner here and use a healing foul. Should actually have teleported out as well, but I don't even have the item points for it, so we'll try and get some last minute feed here, but well. This is really nice timing by Dark Green to attack as we all just died at blue, or at orange rather. I will kill this healer here to deny the feed for the Horde, but definitely need to get my stuff in order, and Merdin's actually gonna get wrecked by the dragons here, which is a bit unlucky. Or I shouldn't say unlucky, but it's a bit unfortunate. And I keep making that mistake, but what I mean to say is that, you know, that's not ideal, but it's no big deal either. So yeah. So Dark Green is sort of going for real here, but with only one player attacking the blue top gate here and a lot of alliance heroes here, this is not going to go too well for him. So try and sort of sit here and collect the feed, I suppose. Also, losing Mar here would be really bad, so I have to be careful. Yeah, we did sort of choke them up a bit poorly, but I don't think he can punch through here, so need to get all my stuff in order. And I will try to move my catapults up here so I can start to sort of chunk down all these units, but at this stage our heroes is getting high enough level that we can start sort of AoEing properly, which will help with things. And I'm just about to finish my Helm of Energy, so I'll be getting a Period of Vitality as well, and this should mean that Mara is getting at least tanky enough to do some sort of rudimentary harass, and I really need to get my formations in order because it's really bad at the moment. So I will sort of charge out here and try and get some quick feed off all these injured units, and you can see Dark Green is pulling back, but it's a bit slow, and I do take down his catapults and stuff for free, which is nice. That attack actually went a lot better for him than I expected, so I definitely need to sort of shape up here. And those are actually not my mages, which sort of explains the wonky movement that was going on there. Yeah, we'll try and sort of arrange my stuff more properly, and we'll see what's happening here. I'm a bit tempted to bring some of the archers up there so his dragons can't really kill my catapults, which would be nice. So I think I'll do that, and I'll bring this archer as well. Yeah. So put them on hold here and have my catapults move around, and then have my mages move around at the top, and this should be a pretty nice defense, I think. Definitely need to pay attention as the Horde is doing a good job at coordinating their attacks as well. So I can't really teleport away, which I would like to do, but don't really think it's possible at this point. And it does look like Dark Queen is getting a little bit weary here because he's no longer harassing. Which might be in part because he sort of realized that it is in the somewhat later stages of the game. Actually, it's up top. I should have been there as well, but I was a bit sort of paranoid about the Horde attack, so that was definitely a misplay by me. And I actually don't know if Mara's ability here actually hits air units. I'll try and figure it out if I can get her close to it. And do I want my footman back? Sure, why not? I don't think it really matters, but since we've been at blue for so long, TLS has gotten a lot of time to ship over his units. And it does look like Dark Green is back with his harassment here. I have to pay attention. And you know, this is sort of trading one player for one player, so it's probably a good trade for us, but at the same time I'm feeling kind of bad because I'm really missing out on the experience because I can't be teleporting around. So yeah, I will go down here and try and siphon some thieves since it doesn't look like Dark Green is attacking at the moment. I will continue to sort of reinforce the top here and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if Mars' abilities even hits the mechanicals, but I will try it, so to speak. If it's not, oh, never mind. So yeah, we'll sort of dance back and forth there and try and not get our catapults meme too hard. And I did accidentally send out a crossbowman there, which is not good. Not like a massive deal either, but Wolgrim, however, might be. He's really a big problem for me. And I definitely need to micro my stuff properly here. And he's doing a good job with the mass repairs, which I can't sort of counter in the same sense because I only have one worker, but yeah, this is actually starting to look pretty grim. So we'll see what's happening here. Definitely need to try and sort of aim Wargrim as soon as I get the opportunity and try and keep my injured units out of the way so Wargrim can sort of instant meme them, which is the problem here. He does only have his ultimate at level 1 at the moment, and it's really not until level 2 he gets sort of really dangerous, but I do think I can bring him down here, which would be nice. And it did look like he actually blocked himself with his own catapults, which is good for me, but it's never a nice thing for him to do. And I did see a slow go off there, so maybe I didn't turn it off on my mages properly, which would be really bad. I do feel like my melee line is a bit weak here, so I definitely have to be careful. So yeah, does look like a bunch of alliances teleporting in here, which is nice, because I was definitely sort of on the breaking point there, so good by them to sort of arrive in time. And I will use a regeneration potion as soon as this battle is over. I do get a nice heal from Fall there, which also really helps out. And yeah, I'll also get a bronze shield now that I have the item points to spare. And then I'll be getting for a Ring of Titus. So I definitely have some pretty poor unit management this game, which is not ideal. Now let's check if my AoE actually hits mechanicals here, and it does, so I should definitely have been more on point with the, I guess you could say, counter harass earlier, which unfortunately I wasn't. And that's definitely on me, so. But yeah, I would really like to get my mage group in order and get them back to full mana, and I do have the Helmet of Energy ready, so I think I'll try and do that. And this should be nice. I will actually group all of them, because I don't think I'll be teleporting around anytime soon. And I will set my worker to repair all my stuff, and I definitely need to get all my units to high health here, because otherwise Orgrim can easily sort of blow them up. I'm not sure what happened there, maybe I was grabbed by Shogun or something. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just trying to moosh experience. Not sure what happened to all my clerics. I'd like to have at least a few of them alive, but maybe I did sort of throw them away by mistake there. But yeah, it does look like Red is dying actually, so I'm a bit tempted to teleport up there, but I don't see Doomhammer, so I'm not too keen on doing it unless I can be fairly sure that, what's his name, Dark Green doesn't attack. It does look like Dark Green is teleporting up, but all the Alliance is actually teleporting out, so I don't think I'll be following them. Or following them. I don't think I'll be teleporting top. We'll try and harass Dark Green a little bit, as I did see him teleporting north, so he's hopefully a bit busy. And I don't think I'll get any kills here, but I might damage him a little bit and sort of pull at his attention a bit if nothing else, and I'll be getting full mana anyway, so it's not really an investment for me. I should have actually done that closer to my priest, which was definitely a bit of a misplay there. I'm not sure why my worker isn't repairing my catapults even though it's on auto repair, so I'll try and keep an eye on that. And that's Red going down as well, so 2 bases down at 45 minutes is not ideal for the Horde, so I think we'll be doing pretty well here. I'm trying to sort of dance around here. Light Blue did do some fancy footwork earlier with his Warlock, so I'm definitely having to be a bit careful. I don't want to get sort of memed. Yeah, we'll see what's happening here. I'll try and heal him here, which will help a little bit, but perhaps it's not going to be enough. I definitely think that sort of made up the difference, so that's pretty nice, I think. And I did siphon the plunder experience, which is always nice. This is a little bit risky in case they attack at this very moment, but otherwise I think it should be fine. I did also lose my hawk, so I'll get a new one and try and sort of hide it in the back here somewhere. See what's happening. Maybe I should scout over there, actually. It's a good idea. I'll actually build a Griffin Rider and send it over there. So yeah, we'll see if Light Blue is paying attention here and tries to hunt down the hawk. He's attacking it, but Cho'Gall is too fat to fit between the trees here, so I think I'll be able to sneak out. And I think this is a pretty nice place to put the hawk, because if the Horde is not paying attention, it can easily sort of see everything without being noticed. I did see Orgrim here, so I don't want to be sort of shaming him. And I did briefly see one of his Warlocks there, so he definitely has the squad ready, so I have to be careful. I do find his dragon well pierced, so I will take it down. Which is, no. Again, it's not a huge shield, but you know, it's free experience, and there's really no need to not to, so. Yeah. To take out my hawk again, so it's good on him to pay attention like that. And I will put all my stuff on hold just in case. And what's going on here? It does look like Dark Queen is preparing to attack, so I definitely need to get my memory in order. And I'm actually really light on the melee units, which is not ideal here. And I actually blocked myself there, which could have been really bad. So the idea is that these units sort of go in and die, and as they're dying, I'm sending in more. He's dropping here, but okay, that's all his overlords permanently slow, or well, heavily slowed, so that's really nice. And I do get some kills there, which perhaps not a bit of an overkill, but you know, that's the first feed I've been getting in a while, so. And I think I'll leave the knight there, because it's definitely likely that he will try the same thing again. And you can see Orgrim is coming in, I definitely have to be on point of his damage here, so he doesn't meme me. Yeah, that's my knight's gone, but it is to be expected. At least he didn't manage to detonate anything else, and I'll sort of rebuild them, and next time he attacks it'll be the same thing, and we'll keep doing this sort of dance here. My next item will be a stone pot, but I'm still lacking quite a bit of XP of item points, so that will be a while yet. I would really like to teleport up here and get some extra feed, but it's looking slow, and I'm actually a bit sort of poorly positioned here, so I can't get my new melee units to the front, which is really bad. But I do think they can... That tower is actually blocking me, which is really bad. I definitely need to move my stuff around, and that's, you know, definitely suboptimal here, but I do think we can sort of meme down Orgrim anyways. Unfortunately, I didn't have my ultimate ready, but it does look like Thoros can finish the job here. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. So hopefully there's a gap that's large enough for my knights to pass here, or otherwise it will be really problematic. It does look like there is. And I did apparently accidentally send out a few crossbowmen, which is sort of certain death for them, which is not good either. But the Horde is really slow, so there's not much going on, which is a bit annoying. Definitely would like some more AoE going down here. Or some more AoE, some more attacking going on rather. They have 3 footsmen, and the idea was to block up this sort of top ramp here with them so I can't be dropped. And then have my knights at the front, and then have a sort of crossbowmen and mages be more mobile. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a really slow game, and again, I'm really tempted to teleport north, but I don't think I will. I'm a bit concerned, because if games go like this, it's very common for the Horde to sort of collapse and leave if they're not, you know, doing something. And they're asking for air, so I can definitely build some and send them away, but it's a bit of an investment, because I'm already sort of heavily limited when it comes to my food supply. I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe it's because I have too many crossbowmen or something. It does look like Green is giving up his own base, and the Horde sort of realizes that, hey, we have a free kill here, but the Alliance is not defending it, so... It's a pretty good meme. And he spends them a lot of time doing nothing. Or I shouldn't say doing nothing, but, you know, taking out a base that's not even defended. And maybe they're gonna do some sort of counterattack memery up top, so I'll definitely be watching out for a teleport there if it's happening. And yeah, let's make sure all my stuff is on hold again. Definitely feel that I have very few troops for being at 50-50, 60-60 food rather, so, well, I have 2 knights there, so not ideal. And yeah, I'll send these north somewhere, because, you know, someone was asking for an air squad, so. And this assault is definitely too late, as the Horde is already done with Green, and they will be teleporting back, but we'll see what happens, rather. I will send these knights back, and I will send a cleric to scout, because it's less food, or less supply, rather. And someone did move my archers there so they can get shot by the catapults, which I'm not particularly fond of. And I'm not sure what's going on here. But yeah. I think at this stage of the game, I don't want to get sort of blasted by the catapults, but at the same time, you know, if he's sitting around shooting Mara, that's going to take him a very long time to deal even a slight amount of damage, and I can sort of dance around like this and waste his time. We'll actually bring up a cleric here, so You can constantly heal Mara. And we'll sort of sit here and tank his catapult attacks. Because as I just mentioned, it will take him a very long time to make anything happen here. And this is a bit of annoying in terms of, gameplay, but in terms of strategy, it's actually really nice because, we have a Horde player that's literally doing nothing except just sitting here. Maybe Duke can come and sort of AoE them with his, what's it called? Gun ability, but it does look like Orgrim is on the move here, so I have to be careful. So yeah, some nice harass going on. I know that was really bad by me, but I do think I can sort of weasel out here. This Mara is definitely kind of tanky at this point. So yeah, there's a lot of... Now, we'll be honest, this is getting kind of tiresome. And green is asking for air, but I already sent it north. That's on him for not paying attention, I guess. And hopefully there will be some sort of nice attack here eventually. And yeah, if I had the Khadgar here, I would be constantly churning out AoE here, so this is definitely getting kind of annoying. And we'll see what's happening here. At least my air didn't die, so they're doing something up top. Yeah. So we'll see what's happening here. It would be nice if I could sort of reach them with my AoE, but I don't think I will. It does look like Dark Green is sort of finally going for it, so... Definitely have to be paying attention here and try and aim down Orgrim as much as possible. And he did actually sort of weasel in there, which is not good for me. But I do think I can take him down here, and I will use my ultimate on him so he dies as fast as possible. And with Orgrim dead, I think the rest of this attack is fairly sort of low risk for me. Yeah, definitely. He won't even get through. Oh, there's a small gap there, I think, so he might actually sort of pour through, but it shouldn't be much of an issue. I should have actually blocked that away sooner, but yeah. There's a lot of alliance here, so he's not going anywhere this time. So yeah, it's a good stuff by us. He's actually sending a lot of units, so maybe he's getting sort of tired of camping outside as well, but this is not ideal for the Horde players whatsoever. And I did actually get quite a lot of item points. I can get my stone pot now. I do realize that my build is actually sort of suboptimal, as I don't have the inventory slots I thought I had, which is a problem, because I'm gonna need, or rather the next item I want to get is a demon bone, but I don't have the slots for it at the moment. It's not nice, and it might start sort of pulling back here. That's definitely a problem. It does look like yellow is teleporting somewhere, or maybe it's the Orgrim that's teleporting in actually. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's definitely not good. So yeah, they're doing nice here, and I definitely have to be careful. And get my stuff in order. Getting sort of teleported in by Orgrim there was definitely a nice play by him, but it was really bad by me for not paying attention as well, so... Lots of stuff will die here, but I do think we can manage to take out this place now. Or retake it, rather. And it does look like Archimon got interrupted somehow, so I'll definitely sort of pile him here and make sure he doesn't escape. Unfortunately, he's going down, so I'll probably get sort of kill stolen here, but he won't escape, I think, unless he's really, really slipping out here, which would be kind of annoying. But I do think we're just quite enough to take him down here. And oh, there's a lot of towers, actually. I was about to say, maybe I can sort of take out those... I'll actually build my towers up here, because I've been getting some really nasty drops this game. And yeah, that was actually a pretty shoddy defense by me, but fortunately we pulled it off, and since the game has been going really slow, I had a lot of gold to sort of throw into the meat grinder. And I will actually be selling one of my items and buy the sort of precursor for the demon bone here, which is generally not something you want to do. Checking so I remember where it is. There it is. Normally I go for sort of Ascent of a Soon second, which is why my build was a little bit sort of fucked up there, but Wargrim here is definitely going to start becoming a problem, as this sort of constant hit and run attacks is going to be really hard for me to deal with. But yeah, I do need to get my stuff in order here. Now this is one of the things Mara is actually pretty good at, so she can actually heal units, so I'll sort of pile up here and try and use her W to heal everything. But presumably at this stage what's going to happen is that the Organ player, the Dark Green player, Rob, is going to keep doing this. And he's going to get a lot of feed each time, and there's not really much I can sort of do about it. I do see some dragons there as well, so we'll try and put in all my stuff into a much more spread out position so I don't get as memed by the AoE, but that's definitely going to start grinding me down if I'm not careful. And I will heal my units again. And I've actually been doing really poorly on the harass this game, so it's not particularly ideal, but at the same time they do have Shogal, and Dark Green is doing really good with his Warlock usage, and Mara isn't a great harasser anyway, so, you know, I do sort of have a legitimate excuse, I suppose. And I also need to make sure there's no sneakiness going on here, so heroes are getting strong at this point. And so, yeah. Let's look like Dark Green is on the move again, and I definitely need to be careful here. Wargrim in particular is a large problem. I have nowhere near the sort of burst and or crowd control to really deal with him. I'm not sure. Oh, never mind. For a short moment there I thought that the sort of teal defense at the bottom had broken and that the units were pouring in, but that was just a Zeppelin drop with a few ogres in it, so nothing to really worry about. And this glacial shield Wargrim is really annoying for me. But Mara is getting tanky, so it's not as bad as it was before. I don't think I'll even use my ultimate here. I'll try and save it unless... well, that was probably a bit of a waste, to be perfectly honest, but at the same time I didn't want to risk a sort of miracle organ escape either. And this is some really nice feed for me. If they keep pouring in units, I'll be in trouble, so I definitely need to rearrange my stuff so there's no gap here, and then I'll... As I was saying, I'll need to block off this gap here. And this one. That was extremely bad. And again, actually screwed up on the silence with my mages, which is not good. So yeah, definitely shouldn't have done. I should have played that properly, or better at least. But we'll see what's happening here. I'm not so quite sure I agree with that, but at least I got some nice solo feed before the others arrived. So I will sort of warn them that this is becoming a problem, as I can't really deal with Ogrim anymore. And again, I will try and evacuate my mages here. But yeah, this top gate is gone for sure this time. Unless the Horde can really pour in. Looks like our team still has a lot of units here, so... Hopefully we can reform at the inner gate, or maybe even reclaim this place later. If I'm out of gold as well, so I don't think so. I'll take down this Ogre Lord. Oh, will I? Yes, I will. And I'll see if I can get my Demon Bone. Oh, almost. I do need to keep an eye on Orgrim here, and I don't really want to close the gate, because I might trap all these units outside, but at the same time I do think I'll close this one. And yeah. There's a nice blob of units there, so... Orgrim is still alive, but once his glacial shield runs out here, I think I'll be able to sap him. I didn't even need to, which was nice. That does mean I have enough for my Demon Bone. If I can find it. There it is. And yeah, I'm definitely sort of low on gold on loan. Pretty much anything. So I just build up in nice there and see if I can reinforce the front, I suppose. Yeah, this might be the end of Stormwind if we're not careful. Could trap Shogal there, but there's a lot of heroes on the outside, so maybe this wasn't the greatest of ideas. That was actually... I don't even know what to say about that. It was a pretty nice moment, I'm not gonna lie. Feels pretty good. But yeah, trapping those heroes on the outside definitely wasn't ideal. I didn't expect the Horde to sort of rally as quick as they did. But yeah, at least I wasn't trapped on the outside. It's nice that Orgrim is hitting me instead of someone else, but I'm trying to sap him there. Unfortunately, I was a little bit premature, but it does go down, so. And we're definitely getting weaker and weaker here at blue. Which is nice. I was kind of afraid that the game would sort of peter out and end, but it does look like it will be going on for quite some time yet, which is really nice. It does look like the entire Horde is teleporting here, so we definitely need to stay on our toes, so to speak. I did think I pulled Mishan back there, but I actually didn't, so. I will try and AoE all these Legion units that are spawning in. I still have the top gate as well, so. I didn't predict he would move his units top. He probably aiming the catapult or something, which was nicely done by him, but unfortunately it meant I missed all my blizzards. I will close the gate here. I think. I don't want to lock those heroes out again, but at the same time I need to lock it for the Horde pouring in like that, so. I think that was the time to do it. I'm not sure if I want to build a navy or not. I kind of do, but at the same time I'm so low on gold that I will be using most of my gold here to rebuild my mage squad as soon as Stormwind falls here. If it falls, I should say. But it's starting to look likely. We're low on pretty much anything. Pretty much everything. And yeah, that's the end of my mages, unfortunately. It's just a bit sad. You know, I was kind of hoping for to get a chance to teleport there and not have to rebuild my mages, but maybe I can run Mara around in a circle here, so. But Archimon is on the move. If I can dodge the rune here and dodge the trolls here and sort of weasel out in this gap here and then weasel to the top here and not sure where my transport went. Just a bit unfortunate. I might actually check that later just to sort of find out, but yeah, that's the end of Stormwind, so. Took them a long time. I definitely think that we did well enough, so to speak. That said, I'm not particularly familiar with the Dark Green play, but in my opinion, he played really well, so. Nicely done by him. So yeah, maybe I will actually resurrect here before I die, and maybe I could even... If Shogal teleports here, I will actually try to retake Stormwind, mostly for the memes, but... Let's see what's happening here. This is probably sort of heinous waste of gold, but the sort of item points that I will get and the feed I will get since I'm the only hero here is pretty nice. So this is definitely sort of suboptimal play I'm doing for the lols rather than a, you know, legitimate strategy. And yeah, we'll try and kill this Ogre Lord. But after that, I think we're done here, so I will be heading out. I don't want to get killed by Shogal, but I don't know. If he pulls, he did pull Taurus there, which should give me the time to teleport out. So yeah. This, however, is really bad for me. Maybe I can try some sort of weaseling out with my worker here if I'm lucky, but if I were yellow, I would definitely try and pay attention here. So we'll see what's happening here. Might be that I do. He's still dangerous, he could still sort of catch it, but yeah. Some nice memery, I think. And I will bring my mages here and try and teleport them over the wall when I have the chance. And I'm definitely starting to regret this build, so I will actually be going for a Starlight Tread next, which is not ideal, but I really need the inventory space. And I'm kind of anxious to even level Unity. It's really easy to accidentally kill sort of great heroes with it. And I will be using the rest of my gold on Navy, but I highly doubt I'll be having a chance to do much of it. And I'll try to sort of make them think that this was the only unit here, so yeah. Maybe I can even get his catapult if I'm lucky. Unless I get memed by the tower here. No! I don't know what sort of range it has. Oh! Okay, never mind. Maybe I can do some sort of 2 million oh, never mind. So that's that. So now I can finally focus on memeing around with my hero, I guess. I did see yellow move down here, so I'll try and get my worker out so it doesn't get killed by all these units here. It does look like we're trying to meme the farm, so I'll actually teleport. Which, you know, it's a bit of a nice feed here. Since I can rebuild my mages at the refugee, there's really no point in not doing it. The Navy's a bit weak, however, since people aren't paying attention, so I will be sort of memeing down here and controlling Black's Navy, or at least attack moving it into battle. It does look like they're going for purple, so maybe we played that really poorly by getting sort of lured into the, what's it called? Gilneam farm. And I probably shouldn't even teleport here, but, you know. That's a nice ultimate from Gavin there. They might actually turn the tide and enable us to meme Organ there, and we do take him out, which is really nice. It's kind of funny, you know, I haven't seen Mame all game, but he's apparently level 18, so we really have to be careful because he's really strong. So yeah, that was nice. I lost a mage, which very tragic for him and his family, but for the rest of us it should be going pretty nice. And we still have this air squad here, which is really nice. And I'm not sure if I ever built any ships, but I will be getting all I can and send them south. And hopefully I can get a slipper soon. Alright, 200 more item points, so let's see what's happening here. There's a lot of stuff there, but I won't have a range AoE unfortunately, so not much I can do here. I will poke up here and see if there's anything going on, but that tower is shooting at me, so I will actually build, I didn't actually group my refugee here, but I will build another mage and try and sort of do the same teleport trick again, I suppose. This is a lot of triggers, so this air squad definitely has to be careful. Not sure what the rest of the horde is doing. It looks like they're trying to dive on teal here, so, or Zeppelin over rather. But the navy is probably losing, which is not ideal. Yeah. I would like to sort of join in on the harass here, so I think I'll actually teleport over here. But it does look like the horde is actually attacking here, so... I was really lucky that the dark green didn't stop and kill my mages there. I'm trying to focus Orgrim down here is definitely important, and we don't really have the damage for it here, as there's no damage dealing heroes here with only Thoros, and you see all our units getting massacred there. And with that going as well as it did, so to speak, I think I'll actually try and bail here if I can. But someone is teleporting in, so maybe we can make it happen. I have no idea what that is. There's Duke, which is nice, but at the same time, we do really need someone like Alleria or what's the name? Sylvanas, maybe. And I don't think our heroes can actually fight their way out of this, unfortunately, so I'll try and get as much feed as possible and then either die or run, depending on how it looks like. Does look like another nice ultimate from Gavin not going down there, so... There was something there with really low hit points that I was trying to hit, but unfortunately I didn't do so. And we're losing the Navy as well, so we have to be pretty careful, and what started out as a pretty slow game is definitely turning to a sort of dangerous one with only 3 bases left and Mayhem and Orgrim really becoming powerful. And I do think the Navy is more or less lost, so I'll try and put my transport over here and maybe I can teleport my worker at some point. It might go down here, which would be really unfortunate. I should have gone this way, but yeah. Never lucky, I suppose. And I do have the Starlight Treads, but unfortunately I don't have the gold to build enough units to teleport all of them at once. And my next item will actually be a Breastplate of the Lightminder. But yeah, Orgrim is definitely becoming a problem here. If we're not sort of constantly on point and aiming him down as soon as possible, he can easily sort of solo a base like this. And yeah, this is looking like the end for Grey for sure, which is really bad. I would like to sort of escape with my mages here. Maybe we can trap him here if he's paying attention and closing the gate here. Maybe we can kill him here. We have really low damage, so this is definitely not the sort of anti-hero squad you'd like to see, but with, what's his name, Source here joining up, I think we can kill him pretty well here. And yeah, it's starting to look dicey. So we definitely have to sort of try hard, and Maim is becoming a problem here as well, so I'll try and Unity on a Sylvanas here, which is really nice damage boost if I can avoid linking her with myself. So yeah. It's actually turning into a really nice game, which I think is fortunate. And sort of lucky as well. Losing Sylvanas here is definitely bad. And there's not much I can do about it. I'll try and heal here, but that went pretty much as I expected, to be perfectly honest. And we're definitely lacking on the hero damage here, which is not good. And as always, the sort of Gavin Red heal always freaks me out. And you can see Maim is doing a really good job of sort of carving us all up here. Does look like the sort of double ultimate from Gavin Red might actually take him down here. But I'm not sure if we will be able to save Grey anyways. There's, you know, not many heroes alive and a lot of Horde units sort of pouring in, but we'll try. I didn't see Foul, he was apparently hiding in the corner there, so... That's not really unfortunate that we didn't block that teleport there. I'll try and block this one as well, but yeah. That was actually really, really bad. But yeah, that's definitely looking like the end of Grey here. I will try and sort of weasel out and teleport to Grey if I can, or to Black rather. They're not paying attention and not blocking my teleport here. And it's starting to look like I'll be getting out, so at least that was nice. But yeah, this is starting to look pretty grim. If you're lucky, they'll sort of go for Gilneas first, and then we can defend that for quite some time, and then we'll go for Teal last, and we'll defend that for some time. But there's definitely a risk that we sort of screw up and lose both of them. But yeah, this is some really nice harass. And this is not good for me. I'm actually sort of trapped outside, so I'll definitely sort of commit and try and get the feed here. But it does look like Red has the same idea, so... The same idea, rather. At least I can get down this Infernal Contraption, and then I think I'll run south. And hope the Horde doesn't follow here. They probably have a whole bunch of ships south, so I definitely need to be careful. Sitting on the outside like this is kinda nice, but I do really need to watch out for the various heroes here. And Shovel is actually only level 11, so it's definitely sort of Maim and Orgrim that are carrying them here. I will actually teleport in, even though I might die for it. And I'm actually really low on mana as well, so I'm low on pretty much anything. Pretty much everything, rather. We'll try and use the Unity here and not get myself sort of trapped. Or trapped. Tagged, rather. It does look like the entire Horde is here, which is actually really good for us. Well, maybe good for us. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is the preferable state. We did get locked out here about me and BronzeKnee, which is a bit nasty, but it's nice for us at the same time because the heroes killing us are actually on the inside, so we can sit here and farm these units. Which is some nice feed. And maybe we can even sort of wait around. And Maim is going for me, so I'll probably die. But it will waste him some time at least if he's gonna hunt me down here. Which, yeah, I'm not sure if it's ideal, but it does take him some time. But maybe I would have been better off sort of trying to run topside instead. I think I'll actually be building a footman here because I'm really low on gold. And we do need to be really careful so Maim or Orgrim doesn't teleport to Kultiras and basically take it down on their own. But it does look like they're focusing Gilneas there, and it does look like this is the end of Gilneas. It might actually be fortunate in the sense that we'll now get a chance to focus all our attention on Kultiras. And the Horde still hasn't landed, so maybe we can sort of delay them with some shore memery here and keep an eye out for some drop memery on the top. So yeah. We'll see what's happening here. So we'll definitely get 4 mages, and we do have 2, so we'll get a full, well, 4 footmen as well, and get a full sort of 10 unit teleport to Kultiras. So yeah, I'm not sure what item I'll be getting next. I'm kind of tempted to change my mind and go for the, what's it called? The Arcane Wonder instead of the Lightbinder, but I do really want to dodge as well, so I think I'll actually be going for that anyways. But you know, that's a long way out yet. I will teleport my stuff inside and then try to move my units out, because we can really meme their workers here if we're lucky. And while the heroes are really strong, I don't think they can just drop down their heroes and attack from the north. Although 1 or 2 of them might certainly try, and as I mentioned, if it is sort of, what's his name, Orgrim or Maim, they can really carve us up if they're fast. And I have no idea how much damage the ships do to me here, but I'll try and stop this burrow from going down. Yeah, as you can see, the destroyers here aren't doing too great damage on me, so I can sit here for quite some time. They just meme their ships down. So yeah. We'll try and keep all our stuff in order here. And hopefully we can make something happen here. He did try sort of sneaky peon build once, and I would be very likely that he'll try it again, so I'll definitely try and keep an eye out here. I would have liked to take down this. Oh! I wasn't expecting Archimon to be inside, so that was not great. But I think I can actually aim his workers here, and there's not much he can do about it. And he might actually be in trouble here. And yeah, that's a really nice plan. That was kind of what I was hoping to see earlier. So yeah, we do take out their workers here, but it does look like they're landing top, so we have to be really careful here. And I hope that wasn't... Oh my god. Okay, that was my mages. That was unbelievably bad. I'm actually kind of tempted to teleport back and fetch new ones. Did see... I was just Archimon. I was going to say, I thought it was a peon huddling in the corner there, but it was just a succubus or whatever it's called, so... No luck there, but we do manage to really damage Archimon here, and we'll go down, I think. Which is good. And yeah, as I mentioned, since I got my mages memed, I'll actually drop my ruined bases, and I will teleport and get new ones, and I will teleport back. And I'm not sure what's going on. That's Ogrim on the moon. This is really bad. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier, that he's sort of memeing Sylvanas, who's sort of huddling in the back here. We really need her for damage, so this is really bad. But yeah. And this is a good example of how you not use Unity properly, but it does look like Ogrim will go down here, so maybe it was worth it anyways. But yeah, as you saw there, I was actually linked up with... what's his name? I linked up Sylvanas and Duke, and it almost killed Sylvanas. It's really bad. And it does look like Magni is trapped here, but maybe we can sort of meme up and save him if we're lucky. And Shogal is definitely taking a pounding here, which is really good for us. And with Shogal dead and Ogrim dead, I think we're safe for now, but Maim is really the sort of big damage here. I'll try and sort of YOLO rush his Stonepot here. And that looks like Taurus has the same idea, and that's a really good move from him, and that might actually be sort of game-ending damage if we're lucky. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see what's going on here. And yeah, the brown player is pretty frustrated, so we'll see if he keeps staying here. He might actually just rage quit, which wouldn't be surprising. This would be a bit sad because there's only 5 minutes left, but we'll see. You know, to be perfectly honest, can't really blame them. Like, killing items like that is such an enormous deal to the player, or to the... yeah, for the person who gets item aimed, I suppose. I kind of feel that we should be sort of focusing on these ships since there's not much else to do, but, you know. Because I can tank them for a long time, but I can't really kill them. So I will be getting the Stonepot, or the Lightbinder rather, as soon as I can, but the game is slowing down here, and with Maim dying here, that might actually sort of spell the end for them. We'll see. They're landing their units eventually, so... And I sort of screwed up there because this is actually really bad, so we have to be careful here. That's definitely a massive loss, actually, losing Sylvanas right there. I'm hoping that Maim died top at least, so we should have heard that for it, but this is really unfortunate. And I have to be careful here so I don't get dragged by Shogal, which would definitely kill me if I get sort of pulled in and then surrounded. And yeah, I think I'll actually sort of retreat here and not come out again. But you see Duke net Shogal here, and since he's only level 14 and we have a lot of heroes here, we can actually aim him down really quickly. And the air squad is making work up here as well, so I'll try and get the feed. We'll get the experience, I suppose I should say. And I'm really tanky, but unfortunately I don't really do much damage, and the Horde will probably just leave me alone while you're killing sort of more squishy units. Sylvanas in particular coming back here is extremely important. And I do see Ogrim top here. So I'll try and sort of AoE all these units here. I'm so tanky at this point that I don't think they can sort of really aim me down here. So yeah, there's some sort of nice harass damage to get for free. I'll see if there's someone extra bum for mana here. Yeah, Ogrim top here is definitely a problem. Well, yeah, harassing like this. Unfortunately, Mars AoE doesn't exactly do great damage. But at the same time, we really need to be careful, so... Sylvanas in particular is sort of a key hero here with really good damage who can't be sort of allowed to die. I will actually risk a unity here because I think it will link her with Foul or something. And I will actually sap him here and hope he dies. He did die, but I don't think it was my ultimate to kill him. We need to keep an eye on the southern gate here. But with Ogrim dead, that's a really nice sort of kill for us. I'm actually really low on mana, so if we survive this push, I will actually try and get some healing done. But yeah, they will get one more chance with all their heroes alive, but they're definitely gonna have to play their cards right. And I will actually drop this and buy a clarity and sort of use it. Let's see if I can get some mana back, because I've been really low on mana for a really long time. Not sure what's going on there, but yeah, as I mentioned, it's not much time left, and they do have one more chance to get a really sort of solid mass attack in, but if they do screw it up, it's definitely the end. So yeah. Let's see what's going on here. I'm getting some nice damage, I'm not sure what everyone else is doing. Maybe they're sort of harassing or something. I do need to be really careful so I don't get dragged and surrounded here. And yeah, I'm really low on mana, which strikes me as a bit odd, as I don't feel like I'm using that much. So maybe I should sort of refine this build and get an Arcane Wanderer a lot sooner. But yeah, so it does look like Magni is blocking the ramp there, so I won't bother with it. I'll go for the gate instead. And yeah, I do think that Ogre will probably teleport top style, so. Because this is definitely sort of danger here with Orgrim here, and probably Maim coming top as well, so we definitely have to. And this is a sort of last ditch attack on the Horde, so it's all or nothing, I suppose. And this is Orgrim, so I'll definitely sort of stick on him. I don't really do much damage to him, but maybe I can sort of block him in a meaningful way. And we need to be careful so Sylvanas doesn't die here. We'll try to use Unity on her, which is not ideal, but might actually help us a little bit. We'll see if she dies here. And something is hitting me. It was actually Maim sort of standing around and slapping me around, so Sylvanas does go down here, but I do think we've sort of held on for long enough, and indeed that is the end, so. Yeah, that's the end of the game, so very nice and well played. I will go over the end time statistics really quickly, or the end screen rather. But yeah, so we'll look at the units killed here. Teal is actually on the top, which is very well played by him, and then we have the Horde following behind, and then me as well with light blue sort of slacking behind on the Horde here, and then the Alliance. Pretty much what you'd expect. Yeah, not much to say about that, other than maybe light blue sort of slacking behind a bit more than we would like. And we'll look at heroes killed as well, so you can see that the main brown players on top are followed by Orgrim, and then followed by Teal, as sort of on pair with yellow, and Red is doing really well as well. So Archimond and Shogal having this number of hero kills in a 1-hour game is definitely sort of symptomatic of a problem for the Horde, and you can see Mara having 7 hero kills is pretty nice as well, I'd like to say. And then we have sort of the rest of the Alliance trailing behind here. And in terms of experience, yeah, again, you can see that these Horde players are really lagging behind, which is not ideal. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.